Hello, Josie Mori and Famira. Also, I saw your sub earlier. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, stop drinking coffee. Is that the cause of your headache? Probably it is. Wait, let me click some stuff. It's another Yugu surveillance. Another day, another Yugu surveillance. The poor staff in the MBCC. You receive a complaint from a staff member. I keep getting pulled into strange alternate dimensions at midnight to act as an NPC in horror stories. Working both day and night shift is really wearing me out. I thought coffee cures the headaches. For me, it cures the headaches. But maybe for Mori, it doesn't. A DM, hold on. Oh dear, that's a lot of food. What? And I just saw the Scarlet got a skirt on Nikkei CM. Oh my. The poor CN players. Their Scarlet got skirts. Oh dear, I mean a skirt. F. You never knew. I didn't see that one.
Yes.
I
all
saw
right.
Litter's
Okay.
shorts.
Wait for me to come.
Aight. Let's go read through Yingying's interrogation. At least this one is voice. I won't need to read I don't need to read it with my voice. I knew that 3 months ago. Maybe it didn't pass by my Twitter, probably. Aight. After the conclusion of the fate, you take over a series of cleanup work, carefully protecting and handling the energy source buried deep beneath the remnants of the mania-infected wisteria. So this is how we arrest Ying Ying. This probably won't be sus as Yugu's interrogation yesterday, right? 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 10:30 a.m. unspecified date. NF115, the MBCC's hallway.
Hey there, looking for Chief? She just finished the morning meeting. Should be taking a break in her office now.
Who's asking?
Yeah, Chief left the comms terminal at the cafeteria.
Huh, never thought Chief could be so forgetful too. Come to think of it, she hasn't been looking well lately. Always nodding off too. Wonder if she's not getting enough sleep at night.
She's always overworked and doesn't sleep well, if I remember correctly.
Pulling all-nighters playing video games? Maybe binging TV shows?
Maybe getting disturbed by sinners in the middle of the night. Someone barging in her room. That's probably it.
Look who's talking.
What are you chatting about?
Oh, hi, Mom.
Adjutant Nightingale, we were just talking about Chief. She hasn't been looking well lately. Should we get her some health supplements?
I think she just needs rest.
I kept count during the morning meeting. She yawned exactly 19 times, spaced out twice, and even signed the documents in the wrong places.
I didn't know Win is such a observant employee.
And left the terminal at breakfast.
I understand. I'll take care of the device. You two can return to your duties. Chief's been having some rough days lately, so I've already scheduled a medical checkup for her.
Rough days lately. Because of what? Isn't the chief always stressed?
As for whether supplements or sick leave are needed, let's leave that decision to the doctor.
Always so trustworthy, Adjutant. In that case, we'll leave Chief and her device in your capable hands. See you later.
Win tugs Eugene along as they leave the hallway.
Chief, I'm coming in.
As Nightingale opens the door, she finds Chief resting at the desk with closed eyes, faint dark circles visible beneath them. She places the device on the desk and, before leaving, takes a moment to examine the wisteria branch on it. Is she being haunted by by Yingying? No wonder she cannot sleep properly. After quelling the calamity of the frantically growing wisteria that winter night, Chief brought back a branch taken from the mania-infected plant. Now planted in a pot on the desk, the one grayish withered branch has sprouted several delicate new buds. Fresh crystal clear droplets of water adorn the tips of the leaves like tiny jewels. It's still emanating a faint trace of mania. Meanwhile, you've been treading through this misty dreamscape for a while now, and this time the journey feels especially long. Roughly the distance between the MBCC and the remains of that mania-infected wisteria, you estimate. Leading you forward, drawing you onward, is a single wisteria flower drifting gently before your eyes. Are we? Is Yingying leading the chief?
You've come to see me again, sweetheart.
Every time she calls us sweetheart. Oh my.
Did you notice this place has grown bigger on your way here? I was getting bored here, so I tried recreating this city, just the way you described it to me. Building it all up piece by piece takes quite some time, you know.
She built a this city dreamscape for the chief? Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all. I've been keeping myself busy, building this place while imagining all your heroic adventures here and there. It's been quite entertaining.
Once you're better, we'll go see the real thing. You pause thoughtfully, roll up your sleeve and extend your hand. Since I'm here, don't you want an extra helping? Wait, is the chief giving away her chi so that the wisteria plant where probably Ying is would grow? Wow. This is a tacit agreement between you two. Ever since the wisteria incident, Yingying's physical body remains trapped in the mania-contaminated ruins, unable to fully withdraw from it. She's extremely weak, kept alive only by Wu Hanzhi's treatment and the stabilization equipment, yet unable to truly recover. You brought that delicate sprout back to the bureau, but that only allows you to meet her in dreams for brief chats. In these dreams, she claims she's getting better day by day, but you always wake up to the same reports showing no progress. Maybe she's afraid to, siphon a lot of the chief's chi. So she just says, I'm okay, even though she's actually not okay. After some time, you finally turn to the unorthodox remedy from the story, transferring your own chi, your vital energy, to heal her. It's such a reckless attempt, so you can only do it without anyone knowing. No wonder she's tired. After all, a connection has formed between the two of you through the shackles. Giving her a little of your energy each day seems to be working. But the progress is painfully slow. So slow it fills you with anxiety. Here, my dear Wisteria Fairy, your faithful devotee has come with offerings.
Oh,
What's with that reaction?
I have dear Wu Hanzi looking after me, so there's no need.
Really?
She comes often to treat the wisteria with acupuncture, and she tells me everything. Like how her friend has been dozing off and tripping over things all day.
Oh, she's worried about the chief. Is that it?
I'm afraid we may lose your life before saving mine.
Yingying gives you a playful glare, then reaches out to poke your face petulantly.
I've told you, you need to stop it if you begin to feel unwell. Did you think you could fool me?
Well, you have to understand that Chief is worried about you. You try to speak, but her words cut you off.
I know that you only need to rest for a few days. That my recovery is more important, blah blah.
She's like a child.
But you're important to me, too.
Oh, okay. I'm so glad Yingying is much nicer than Yugu.
So, let's try something different today. I've been watching Wu Hanzi work and learned some authentic Eastian massage technique. It's great for relaxing muscles and improving circulation. Let me help restore your health. Consider it a thank you for giving me your chi.
She's giving the chief a massage. Wow, 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 wow. As she speaks, she flexes her wrist with determined enthusiasm.
You shared so much of your chi with me. It's about time I return the favor.
Oh, why does this sound like mana transfer from Fate Stay Night? Oh dear, oh dear. Wuhanji gives massages to trees too. What are you saying, Chief? I like the second one. Be gentle. Could you be gentle?
It won't be as effective if I'm gentle.
Oh dear, she wants it rough.
Leave it to me. Just sit back and enjoy yourself.
I should have read this at nighttime, doesn't it? Yingying guides you to lie down on a carpet of wisteria blooms under the tree. As you settle in, the accumulated fatigue washes over you like waves. Don't tell me, Chief, you're about to pass out. We're getting to the good part. Each time you visit Yingying, you transfer most of your chi to her. Despite Wu Hanzhi's repeated warnings, you believe you can handle it. But as soon as you lie down, every muscle and joint in your body screams in protest. Several wisteria petals drift down onto your eyelids, tinting your vision with a dreamy shade of purple.
Here I go then.
Here she goes! Calm down, my heart. We can read through this cheatery. Her fingers glide up your cheeks, tap gently between your eyebrows, then slide to the back of your head. Her movements are gentle yet precise. When she presses down on the pressure points, instead of pain, you feel an indescribable tingling sensation. Chief. Before you know it, your entire body melts into relaxation. Is this euphemism? So gentle. Such warmth. The touch of her wandering fingers grows bolder. From your scalp to your shoulders, then down to your back, to your waist, and wherever her fingers pass, a gentle warmth flows from her fingertips into your body. Is she also sharing her chi also? Speak up or hold back. Maybe we should just hold back. Hold back. Your body feels weightless. As familiar energy flows from her fingertips, your chi rapidly returns. Hold on. You sit bolt upright and grab Yingying's hand. Why are you returning the chi to me? In response to your question, she just interlaces her fingers with yours. Then pushes you back down onto the wisteria blossoms.
'Cause you can't take care of yourself. So I'll just have to do it instead.
Wow, what a wife material she is.
A certain someone thinks she could, and can, shoulder every responsibility alone. But she only ends up burning herself out without even realizing it. Hurting those who care about her, too.
Yeah, you tell the chief. Unprotected handhold. Yes. What is this? I should have just read this yesterday. Last night. She reaches out, a single wisteria bloom pinched delicately between her fingertips.
Look, the wisteria is sprouting new buds. I'm just like these plants. All I need is some water and sunlight to thrive. There's nothing wrong with taking things slow. So why insist on making me the wicked spirit who drains all life and energy out of you?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking things slow, right? Patience, chief, patience. Also, that's just hand holding, and we were like Victorian men who saw a lady's ankle bare.
If you really collapse because of me, I'd lose my favorite partner. And everyone at that Noms would never forgive me.
Noms?
So, be a dear and stay put. Today is your designated recovery day.
What is she up to next? Ah! My ears! My ears have been blessed. Oh, with her gentle breaths, the wisteria buds burst into bloom all at once, cascading down like a purple waterfall to envelop the two of you in their embrace. That is so freaking Yuri coded. With the earth as your bed and the wisteria as your canopy, under a shower of falling purple petals, the beauty takes advantage of your distraction to lean in close and plant a sly kiss on the tip of your nose. Oh my god. She's too close. She's doing all of these things to the chief. Oh dear. Your anger melts away in an instant. It's simply impossible to stay mad at her. I can't get mad at her. At Yugu, yes, I get mad at Yugu, but Ying Ying, no. Are you sure you're alright?
I'm not that fragile. 3 days of sleep is all I need. It's nothing compared to what you're putting yourself through.
Stay rational, I'm the one who's having a panic right now. I'm surprised that Chief is so composed. She gently rests her head on your shoulder.
Thank you, sweetheart. Even with how busy you are, you still remember to water my flowers. Come visit me and even share your chi with me. That alone makes me so happy.
This is really a euphemism. Yeah. Even with how busy you are, you still remember to water Ying Ying's flower. Yeah. I love this game.
At least let me do something for you in return.
But that means delaying your recovery indefinitely.
Ah, here we go again. What's the rush? Is it the Eastian scholar? Or your Paradiso's boss? Are they that desperate to wake me up to question me? Well, there are rules to these things, you know. In the old tale, when the spirit's soul and form are completely destroyed, it takes centuries, or even a millennium to recover. I'd say I'm making quite good progress in comparison.
But you know, knowing Chief, she would want to save everyone, even Ying Ying, as soon as possible. Her delicate porcelain-like fingers poke at your cheek twice, coyly.
If I were really to rely on that frail body of yours, that tiny bit of chi you share wouldn't even help me sprout. No, I'd have to grow my own, drawing strength from nature itself.
Hey, I've been working out, really. Looking at the Chief's figure, she doesn't look she works out. She's too thin. Hey, I've been working out. I go to the gym every day now.
Where would you even find the time? You're already losing sleep because of me, drowning in work. I get exhausted just looking at you. Things are just fine now. Even though I often have to wait, your visits always make my day.
Aww. She's always looking forward to the chief's visits, huh?
In this little world of ours, it's just you and me. No one to disturb us. We can stay as long as we like. Isn't it wonderful?
It's wonderful, but there are people who are waiting for the chief to wake up.
I don't mind if we stay this way forever. It's like our own romantic fairy tale.
But you know, if you ask me, I wouldn't mind staying there in eternity. She's always smiling when she makes these playful remarks, but that faint detachment behind her cheerful words is never lost on you. Ever since the fate ended, she's grown much quieter. Despite how eager you are for her recovery, Yingying doesn't seem to care about it herself. Perhaps she's concerned for your health, or is still not used to this new world a century later. Or perhaps she only chose to stay to please you, to fulfill your wish. Could it be that she never truly wanted this herself? Oh, maybe you should ask her what she truly wants. We can't utter these exact words. Like her, you can only keep smiling, concealing your careful questions within playful banter. I'm thinking of something more fun. Once you've recovered, shall I take you for a walk through the real streets of the city? Seeing you're so keen on it that you're building your own version of it in this world. Her face lights up with surprise and anticipation, but you can tell she's only putting on the smile to please you. I've already submitted a formal request to the Eastian delegation. They'll look into ways to speed up your recovery, to help you break free from your current state as soon as possible. She claps her hands in gratitude for your efforts, but her eyes betray no real enthusiasm for the prospect. Why? She's hiding something, I feel like. If you recover soon, maybe next year we could organize another fete in the city together. We could invite all our familiar faces from last year. For the first time, Yingying's eyes glisten with genuine interest, but she immediately shakes her head.
What am I? A child using sweet talk? I won't fall for your tricks. Now shoo shoo. You've been lounging around here long enough. Time for you to go. And I need my beauty sleep too.
Well, she's acting like a child.
If you show up looking this haggard again next time, I won't let you in. Off you go.
Yes, Miss Wisteria Fairy. You jolt awake, suddenly torn from your peaceful reverie. Back to the horrible reality we go, man. I woke up? Oh, no, wait. I got kicked out, didn't I? Your communication device rings urgently. As you reach to answer it, your eyes fall on the wisteria branch on your desk. The dew on the tender green leaves is gone, and the waves of mania have grown extremely faint. A tingling sensation still lingers where Yingying touched you, confirming that wasn't just a dream.
Sorry, Chief. I didn't mean to wake you from your nap.
There's an emergency again! Oh, the poor chief. No, actually, I got kicked out. Don't worry about it. Wait, does Nightingale know that we're having a meeting with a Wisteria fairy.
Uh,
I don't think she knows.
Understood. Chief, there's also
Or
a
she
meeting
knows.
request from the Eastian Embassy that requires your attention. They'd like to meet you personally. They seem very serious about it. Apparently, it concerns Yingying and her fate.
Oh dear. What do they want? The energy source beneath the mania-infected Wisteria's remains is actually Sinner Yingying's true form. We can no longer communicate with her directly, so your only option is to use the young Wisteria sapling you brought back from the scene. You meet with her via the dreamscape with the help of the shackles, attempting to restore her chi, but your efforts seems to be in vain. So are you telling me Yingying doesn't have a physical form anymore? And her soul is probably stuck in that Wisteria sapling? Oh dear. Is her body severely corrupted? A group from Hengyun Hall, an Eastern apothecary, is that how you pronounce it? Requests a meeting. They claim they have strong connections to both Yingying and the Fates, and have brought a method that can rapidly restore Yingying's depleted chi. So we're getting some help, but is there a catch? What is this? Outsider visit requests. A meeting request from Hengyun Hall, an apothecary in Istia. Already been through numerous levels of approval. Several days later, NF1154 4 p.m., the MBCC's reception room. You enter the reception room. The first thing that catches your eye is an elderly man surrounded by several caregivers. His body is bony and gaunt, as he lies amid an array of medical equipment. Multiple IV lines run into various blood vessels throughout his body, keeping him alive. The cardiac monitor emits a steady, rhythmic beeping. Why is a frail old man doing in the MBCC? Why did he have to travel from Istia to here? And who exactly is this? Probably the head of the apothecary. A woman in purple steps forward from the delegation. She extends her hand courteously to shake yours, then speaks in rather fluent this city tongue. Her figure looks hot. She's probably the interpreter. Oh no, she doesn't have a voice. Oh dear, I need to be the one who read her line. Greetings, Chief. Thank you for taking the time to meet with us despite your busy schedule. My name is Wei. How do you pronounce the Z in Chinese? Is it like that? Like in Zhongli and Wuhan Ji? Okay, I'm assuming it's like My name is Wei Ji. I'm the proprietor of Hengyun Hall, an apothecary in Istia. This is my great-grand uncle, Mr. Wei Xiao, who founded our establishment. Noticing your puzzled expression, she calmly offers an explanation. My great-grand uncle, brother of my great-grandfather, has never married. There's so many great something. He raised me as his own daughter and the eventual successor to take over Hengyun Hall. During the Wisteria Mania incident, Miss Duro made a special visit to our apothecary to discuss possible solutions. As one of the few witnesses of the perishing star, my great-grand-uncle's journals proved invaluable. This old man witnessed the perishing star falling down? Is he like centuries old? How old is that grandpa? By the way, He's 119 years old. Holy fuck! What are they eating over there in Istia for them to grow old more than 100? What? Yes, 119. He's approaching his 120th year. As the founder of Hengyun Hall, he's mastered the art of longevity through his medical expertise. Even by Eastern standards, his age is quite remarkable. I guess Grandpa must have researched about the fountain of youth, but clearly he wasn't able to be youthful, only to prolong his life. Hi, Orda Mare. Welcome, welcome. You find yourself filled with profound respect for this elderly gentleman and his pharmaceutical enterprise. Thank you for sharing the historical information. It has been tremendously helpful for our operations. You're too kind. My great-grand-uncle is quite sentimental about the old days. He often told us stories about the fates he visits in his youth and the wish-granting Wisteria Fairy. Such traditions have become rare in modern Istia as disasters make travel rather difficult these days. I'm really curious about Istia. They don't have hypercubes, but they were able to hold off those the corruptors and uh the corruptors and all those disasters. That's why the news of the legendary Wisteria Fairy appearing in the city has caused such excitement among us. Even my great-grand-uncle seems to have regained some vigor at the news. He wishes to see it himself, and he's delighted that we can be of assistance in this matter. Later, we learned that the Wisteria Fairy had stayed behind and was revealed to be a sinner. Naturally, we want to do what we can to help with her recuperation. Wow, I'm surprised. They treat the sinners differently in Istia. It's like Yingying is a national treasure because these people are willing to help her. Why though? Even though she's the cause of all of the calamity, the Wisteria calamity that has been bothering Istia for centuries. Does it mean you know of ways to help her? Is there a catch? I'm afraid that there's always a catch. Indeed, I've already visited the quarantine zone, but I heard you brought back something crucial. Chief? Yes, please, come with me. You lead everyone to your office and pick up the Wisteria branch from your desk, briefly explaining the situation. I used to be able to communicate with her spirits through this branch, though I don't understand the exact mechanism. She told me things about Isia that I won't otherwise know, so I don't think it's my imagination. But lately, even this connection has grown weak. I haven't been able to see her this past few days. The branch has stopped growing, and the quarantine zone has been inactive. It's deeply concerning. It's one thing if she's just being stubborn and refusing your chi. It's another if something happened to her on the other side, leaving her unable to answer you. You're worried. I hope the old man has a voice. Please. While you're lost in thought, the elderly man's eyes flicker. Slightly agitated, he tugs at Jiyi's clothes and shakily points to his luggage. For an old man, he seems quite strong because he can stand up with a cane. Although he probably have attachment of those IVs with him, but still, he looks fit enough. I understand, Grandpa. Leave it to me. Wei Ji retrieves a small ceramic urn from the luggage and immediately removes its lid, revealing what's inside. What's inside? An urn? Is it ashes of a dead person? A handful of earth. Oh, it's just soil. Please replace the soil with this, and we'll observe what happens. Let's try. Wei Ji nods, and a scholarly-looking man steps forward from among her companions. With utmost care, he lifts the glass cover, protecting Yingying's branch, then takes out his tools to remove some of the old soil from the pot. He replaces the old soil with earth from Istia, then thoroughly waters the newly repotted plant. There's no need to check the readings. Your shackles are already reacting. The once fading presence, which seemed ready to vanish at any moment, now awakens and becomes deeply connected with you. Is she gaining her strength? Maybe. The branch begins emanating a faint trace of mania. It gradually fills the entire office, and then... Is it working? As a pure floral fragrance fills the air, everyone present seems to hear the gentle voice of the Wisteria Fairy.
I can smell the scent of my homeland. Are you also from Istia?
She can now talk to other people. I am so glad. But she's gonna scare off some people in the MBCC. They're gonna think she's a ghost.
Please accept this wisteria as my greeting gift, and may peace and fortune be with you always.
She's so freaking sweet. In the crowded reception room, wisteria petals appear from nowhere, drifting down softly onto everyone's shoulders. While the others are still in awe, Wei Ji gently picks up the wisteria petal from her shoulder and places it back in the flower pot in your hands. Just as expected. Chief, in Istia, we have this old saying, 2 trees of the same kind, when planted in different soils, may produce different fruits. It means that the fate of something depends on the environment it is placed in. Even within our vast country, a fruit from the south cannot survive in the north. Similarly, I believe it's this environmental incompatibility with the city that has left Yingying in such a weakened state. It's not just the climate and soil, it's the culture, the people, the diet, the medical practices, and even mania-contaminated environment near the Black Ring. All these factors are impeding her recovery. Don't... Wait! That sounds like you're gonna take her away. But if it's for her own good, what choice do we have? As it happens, my great-grand-uncle has a habit of carrying an urn of soil from home whenever he travels to ease his homesickness. This may now help prove our theory. But it remains just a handful of soil. It's far from enough. She stares at the flower branch, her brow furrowed. Yingying is from Istia, not just by birth, but in her very essence. That's why her body naturally thrives better in Istia's environment. If she stays in the city, she might live on, but she could only remain in this state for years, decades even, without improving. Taking her back to Istia might be our best chance of her recovery. Wait! All eyes turn to you. You've interrupted the discussion, but now you find yourself at a loss for words. I don't want her to leave. Man, is this like Yao's interrogation, like we'll meet again someday? That is just freaking sad. After a brief silence, you begin. Istia is far away, and bringing her back would involve significant risk. We'll first need more comprehensive proof. Regarding Yingying, she is the oldest living sinner we've ever known. She has survived numerous mania-contaminated environments over the past century. She is invaluable to the city, and I believe the higher-ups in the city won't let her go. And it feels like the chief is trying to stall them into taking away Ying Ying. We need more information to prove your claims about environmental compatibility and mania exposure. There are also the issue of security protocols during her transfer, risk management measures, and methods to control her internal mania. Yes, she needs the shackles to stabilize her mania levels. She's staying here for a reason. I apologize if this sounds harsh, but Yingying is crucial to me, to the city, and even to all humanity. I believe such stringent measures are absolutely necessary. You barely you barely register your own words. You just know that they need to be said. Your points are entirely valid. These details certainly need to be included in the proposal, and we have much work ahead of us. However, before we continue, please allow me to ask you this. Do you not trust us? Do those who govern this city believe Eastians have ulterior motives? Is that why you are wary of us? Well, a lot of things happen to the chief, and trusting someone easily always does not end well. Let's hear what Yingying herself has to say. You gesture at the flower branch in your hand. Out of everything you've said, this sentence feels the most genuine. I understand. Let's call it a day. We'll go back to refine our proposal and continue our discussion with you later. Our sincerity is what has driven us here. This has been my great-grand-uncle's cherished wish for many years. If there's any way to prove we are sincere, we are willing to do it. We truly hope she can recover and return to her homeland. Their sincerity is hard to doubt. But at the thought of Yingying leaving the city, you feel an inexplicable emptiness and unease in your heart. Chief have fallen in love, ain't she? You can't even understand why yourself. She's so attached to Yingying. Oh no, he's not voice. Haven't you done Yugo's interrogation? Yes. How was it? Was it sensible? It's both sensual and scary. Yugo is scary. She's one scary lady. Although I like her character, okay? Because you know how I like Yugo's kind of character, like like Cabernet. And now she's added to the list also. You do not distrust us, nor are you being too careful. Just as you are about to leave, the old man speaks up. His voice is hoarse and hollow, as if it has traversed ages. She's not as evil as the other two. What do you mean? She is. Well, at least she's not willing to. Well, I guess the good point with Yugu is she's not willing to hurt other people, but she wants to watch other people's misery, and she probably won't do anything about it. That's the problem with her, because for her that is entertainment. His voice is hoarse and hollow, as if it has traversed ages. You just don't want to part with her. That's all. I'm glad the old man can feel that the chief is so attached. That's not... I understand. I do. But how long can you wait? And Ying, how long can she wait? Will you keep waiting until you're old and dying? Will you still be telling that young sprout then? Just a little longer? He gazes at you with eyes that seem to have glimpsed the truth of time. Life is too short. If you don't start running now, you might never reach where you want to go. His words and gaze strike your heart like a sledgehammer. Coughing, the old man lies back down and closes his eyes. You can feel the wisdom in that old man. After seeing Wei's group off, you examine the wisteria branch in your hand once more. However, as if the brief moment of manifestation has drained all her energy, the branch has fallen silent again. That night,
Treating her with the right environment? It's true that some Eastians buy into that theory.
good thing we can ask if we can ask about medical stuff with Wuhanji.
When they travel, they pack months' worth of provisions, both food and drink, as they often struggle to adjust to unfamiliar environments. Some elderly travelers, those who come to terms with their mortality, carry an urn of soil from their homeland. It not only helps make adaptation easier, but also ensures that they can return to their roots, like falling leaves, should any accidents happen during the journey.
Oh, what are they going to do so? For example, during a journey, that old man would die or pass away. Would they put his ashes inside the urn with the Eastern earth?
At his age, that old man traveled such a long way just to see the wisteria, and he even gave you his precious soil. He must be a good person.
It feels like he's a good person. He totally understands the chief's dilemma.
Two trees of the same kind may yield different fruits when planted in different soils. The laws of nature vary from one place to another, and so do plants grown in different environments. Wisteria requires 4 essential elements to grow: soil, water, air, and sunlight. This city is far from Eastia, so naturally the soil is different. It's only normal that the wisteria is having trouble adapting.
You could have told me that sooner.
What difference would it have made? You wouldn't have let her go anyway.
That's right. We won't be able to send her back to her homeland, but that's kind of selfish.
You were right to turn those people down today, though. Too risky. As for whether this treatment is worth trying, that's all up to Yingying. Have you asked her about it?
Yeah, we should ask for her permission. It is her body that we're talking about here. She can't answer me right now. Since that encounter earlier today, the wisteria branch has become completely unresponsive. Only when transplanted into Eastern soil did it show some signs of revival.
Sounds pretty bad. But don't worry, I'm here and I won't let her die. That being said, I can't predict exactly when she'll wake up.
Over these past few days, Wuhanji has drilled holes around the roots of the ancient wisteria, irrigating it with medicinal solutions. The medicine and chi you've transferred to Yingying are what's keeping the millennium-old wisteria alive. Time to face reality. Let me ask one last question. Setting aside all personal factors, tell me honestly, would returning to Istia give her a better chance of recovery?
Since you're being so direct, yes, I'm certain of it.
Do we have no other choice? I understand. Thank you. Back at the MBCC's entrance, you see Nightingale coming toward you hurriedly. Eh? What's happening?
Chief, Miss Wei just called. She wanted us to send someone to the Eastian Guildhall ASAP.
What?
Both Yingying and Mr. Wei have gone missing.
What? The old man? Are you fucking kidding me? He looks so frail. How could he carry such a delicate wisteria plant? What a fucking cliffhanger. You've confirmed with Wu Hanju that environmental capability is indeed a legit medical concept in Istia. But you remain skeptical. Given Yingying's status as a sinner and the unique nature of her condition, you can't confidently entrust her to others. You believe it's necessary to consult with Yingying herself before making any decisions. Wow. Our Yingying got kidnapped. Our Wisteria Fairy just got fucking kidnapped by an old man. A 119-year-old old man. How is that even possible? What is this? What are the... how is the Isian grandpas made? The elderly owner of Hengyin Hall has mysteriously vanished. Observing the fate venue at a close distance, you begin to grasp an inkling of the truth. To avoid disturbing others and further complicating investigation efforts, you venture alone to the mania-infected wisteria tree. What is this? Hotel camera recording? This is CCTV? Security camera footage of the corridors and main entrance for the hotel where the Hengyin Hall group stayed. Oh dear. Our Wisteria Fairy has been kidnapped. 2:50 a.m. unspecified date, NF115, Suite A501 Embassy Hotel. The open suite door shows no sign of forced entry, and all windows remain tightly shut. Yet Mr. Wei, who should normally be in bed, is nowhere to be found. Only a faint trace of wisteria fragrance lingers in the room.
Chief, the hotel's surveillance footage is heavily distorted by mania interference. We could only salvage a few frames. At 1 a.m., Mr. Wei's wheelchair was seen pulled out of the hotel by some strange vines.
What in the actual? It feels like it's the other way around. It's Yingying who kidnapped the old man. But why though? What does she want with this old guy? What does she want with Grandpa?
All hotel staff felt temporarily unconscious at the time. Likely Yingying's doing as well.
You examine the surveillance footage closely. There's no trace of fear or panic on his face. Instead, he appears to be having a pleasant conversation with someone, looking much more spirited than when you last met. Did he probably meet Yingying before? He's not a childhood friend, right? Otherwise, the chief will get jealous. Try tracking with the shackles. You attempt to sense with your shackles, but can only detect the remains of that massive wisteria standing in the city. The branches are too small to track. Miss Wei, time is running out and we need every lead we can get. I hope you'll be completely honest with us. Mr. Wei didn't come here just to rebuild the fate, did he? His real target was the incarnation from your legends, right? Wei Ji stands in the nearby sofa. Her eyes red-rimmed, one hand pressed against her forehead in visible exhaustion. My great-grand-uncle hadn't been lucid enough to speak with us for a long time, but when he heard that the Wisteria Fairy had awakened in the city, he suddenly became agitated and insisted I get involved. I know he still yearns for the old days, And I understand his determination to preserve those old tales. But I don't know why he pushed himself so hard to come here. It must be some deep-rooted desire he's been harboring all this time. But one thing is certain. Even if equipped with hypercubes, anyone who gets near the Wisteria in its current state will suffer the corruption. For someone as critically ill as him, the risk would be far greater. She rises to her feet, places her hands over her heart, and bows deeply before you. She's so freaking polite. I implore you. Her words carry unmistakable honesty. You take a deep breath, gradually unclenching your fist. I know where Yingying has taken him. Let's head to the Wisteria remains. This place. This is...
Don't you recognize it? This is the fate you've been so eager to visit.
Is she trying to show the... Wait, I got a feeling that that grandpa wanted to see the fate, and knowing that Yinging is a Wisteria fairy that grants wishes, right? She had this urge to grant his wish before he dies. That is so nice of her.
The same one from 100 years ago that you missed.
Oh. The place is vibrant and lively. Crowds of festival goers fill the streets as vendors' calls echo through the air. Every passerby wears a genuine smile, their eyes bright with hope for tomorrow. The elderly man takes an instinctive step forward, suddenly aware that his once frail body now feels incredibly light and agile. How? What's happened to my body? Whoa, Grandpa became a young man.
Now that you're here, you should be allowed to enjoy it as your younger self and have some fun. My power won't last as long as it used to. Better make the most of it while you can, right?
Now Chief has no chance. Chief has no chance. I feel jealous that Grandpa is having a date with Yingying. What about the Chief?
Shouldn't you be looking for someone?
Wait. Grandpa is looking for someone? Is it his lost love? Lost young love, perhaps? Also, I'm worried about Yingying using her powers, trying to put up a fate for Grandpa. She's not going to disappear, right? Right? I understand. Farewell, Wisteria Fairy. He runs a few steps, then suddenly remembers something and turns back to shout. Thank you! Yingying watches the boy run off, then stretches contentedly.
Now, what should I do next?
You know, you should have said what you were doing to the chief. Now, everyone is worried. First, explain to me exactly what you did. Oh, Chief is already here.
Sweetheart, you startled me.
You nearly gave me a heart attack too. Not a note, not even a single word. You simply vanished without a trace. That's not good for my heart, you know. Chief sounds like a mom.
Were you worried about me?
Of course. I admit your concern. Yes, I was worried. Worried you'd drained yourself completely and would never wake up again. Or you'd be captured and sent back to Eastia. Or you'd agree to their terms and leave this city forever. She's liking this.
I'm so happy.
Because Mr. Wei and his associates brought a technique from Istia today. They suggested they could transplant your wisteria back to Istia. You've been terribly weak this past few days, but when he brought out the soil from Istia and transplanted you into that pot, it did revive you. I consulted Wu Hanji, and even she admitted that the Isian environment would be highly beneficial for your speedy recovery.
So you thought I would leave with them? That I would abandon this city?
Well, yeah. Chief is so what's the right term for this? Chief is so not concerned, worried that she might get left behind by the Wisteria Fairy. Of course, I don't want you to leave, but if staying here puts your life at risk, I'd rather...
Shh.
Hmm? She presses her index finger to your lips.
Don't say it if you don't mean it. I won't leave, just as Mr. Wei never would.
She lowers her finger with a smile, takes your hand, and leads you back to the Wisteria Pavilion.
Long ago, he made a wish to take his little orchid to the fate here.
Little Orchid? Is that Grandpa's girlfriend from before?
That wish has transcended from that fate a century ago to this very day. Even as his life drew to a close, his determination only grew stronger. He journeyed from afar, willing to spend his last breath here if needed, and that roused me. Tell me, how could I not honor such dedication? Now Mr. Wei has come here, like a drop of fresh water joining a pool, and his task is to find that girl he loves among the thousands gathered at the fete. This will be a long search reserved only for him. Come, let's help him along his way.
Yeah, let's help Grandpa find his long-lost love. This is going to be interesting. You arrive at the Wisteria Pavilion with Yingying, where craftsmen are putting the finishing touches on a prayer altar beneath the wisteria tree. Above them, pale purple wisteria buds are beginning to bloom, their petals scattered across the offering table below. Look, it's the Wisteria Fairy! The prayer ceremony is tomorrow. Shouldn't you be preparing at the Wisteria Pavilion instead of wandering about? Oh, hush now. What a fine young companion you have there. Here, have some of my fried fruit. May it bring you a harmonious union. Fried fruit?
I should thank you. The stalls are much grander than last year. I'm sure everyone who comes to pray will be delighted. As you can see, the wisteria has bloomed earlier this year. Could you please spread the word that we'll begin the prayer ceremony today?
Oh, that's perfect. This past few years, we could only have the ceremony on the last day. The place became so packed that some folks could only pray from afar. I'll go tell everyone. In that case, could I be the first to pray? My wife is due in 2 months. Please bless us with a safe delivery, dear fairy.
Of course. The Wisteria Fairy has heard your prayer. Stay by your wife's side and she will surely have a safe and smooth delivery. Fortune may favor you, but remember to do your part as well.
That's true. Remember to always do your part. Of course. Thank you, fairy. Take these treats as my thank you offering for you and your date here. When my child is born, I'll treat you both to celebration eggs. Quick, let's give him some more. They called our interaction a date. Me, let me be next. This is your first time seeing Yingying addressing the prayers of Yunhai's, how do you pronounce, Yunhuai's residents one by one as the Wisteria Fairy. She sits gracefully upon her dais, listening attentively to everyone's words. She records their wishes on tags while you hang them on the Wisteria tree. The residents quickly warm to you, the Wisteria Fairy's new assistant. But this isn't just a time for blessings and good wishes.
What? That scoundrel swindled you out of 16 pieces of silver? How absolutely outrageous!
That's right, that lying bastard! I hope misfortune follows him for the rest of his life.
A lifetime is a bit too much. Let's make it a year of misfortune instead. I'll note down your wish.
The prayers go on. The sun sinks as time slowly drifts by. This is a nice date, not gonna lie. We see Yingying do her work. And she's so freaking adorable. At last, you and Yingying meet the person you're waiting for. A round-faced young girl approaches the prayer altar. She kneels down reverently, takes some snacks from her pocket to place on the offering table, and begins her prayer in a soft voice. Revered Wisteria Fairy, I am Yolan from Valleyville at the river's end. Please hear my prayer. There's a boy I'm into. He'd call me Little Orchid, but he's so dense when it comes to this sort of thing. Fuck you, Grandpa. When will he finally take the hint? Now he's gonna take the hint. Don't worry. It feels like the Wisteria Fairy is also a matchmaker. You've been neighbors. We've been neighbors since childhood. Mom says we even shared the same baby clothes when we were little. When I gave him flowers, he gave me a handful of wild flowers in return. I shared my candy with him, and he slipped me some persimmon cakes. I'm not good at embroidery, so I made him some leaf ornaments, and he gave me 3 beautiful beaded flowers in return. I heard he spent a whole month's salary on them. I'm really fond of him. I just don't know if he feels the same way about me. Mom says if he likes me, he'll tell me himself. But when? I've been visiting since last year, and now this year's almost over too. Oh, Wisteria Fairy, if he can hear me, please give him a little push. A gentle evening breeze rustles by, and a cluster of wisteria flowers quietly blooms above the young girl's head. Hidden in the tree, the other one pinches her nose and speaks.
Shall I tell him in his dream? Or perhaps change his heart? You see, I can't force him to come to you. But why don't you just ask him yourself?
True.
Whatever he might think, at least you're sure about how you feel about him, aren't you?
OMG, we got bots. Ban. He's been ill.
Shall I cure his illness? Or perhaps arrange a chance encounter between you two?
Chance encounter. Oh, no. I'm afraid he doesn't like me. That would be so embarrassing.
There's nothing embarrassing about having feelings for someone. Whether he accepts them or not is his business, and your feelings are your own. It's not like you're causing him any trouble. I can't promise to make him fall in love with you, but since you've made a wish, I should do something about it.
Just then, as if on cue, the courtyard's door knocker rings. Grandpa is here. It's as if time is beginning to flow again after going still for ages. In sync with his advancing footsteps, he rushes forward. With each stride, it feels as though time itself is turning backward. And devotion, a devotion that has lasted 100 years, finally finds its reunion in the present. Oh, I feel so happy for Grandpa. You're still running a fever. What are you thinking coming here like this? Eh? Come here, let me see if the Wisteria Fairy has really cured you. Wait. There's something I must tell you. Please listen to me first. I've walked all the way from home to the Fate just to tell you this. The trip has taken me so very long. Go ahead then. I'm listening. Let's never be apart again, shall we? Thank you, Wisteria Fairy. Please give this to my G and tell her I won't be coming back. Oh! He's gonna move on and pass! Well, at least he was able to say what he wanted to say to his one and only love. I also hope your wishes come true. A paper crane drifts into Yingying's palm and she carefully tucks it away. As you watch the two figures disappear into the distance, Yingying gently grips your hand.
May I borrow a little more of your cheese, sweetheart?
Sure.
I want this illusion to last just a little longer. Because when this dream ends, we'll both need to move forward.
Man, that was beautiful. Dawn slowly breaks. As you emerge from the illusion, you see the FAC's patrol vehicles have completely surrounded the area around the Wisteria remains. Yingying is gone, leaving only a single Wisteria branch in your hand. The elderly man beside you has drawn his last breath, but his face is perfectly serene, as if he has returned to his youth once more. Oh, that's bittersweet, but I'm happy for Grandpa. With her temporarily restored power, Yingying works with you to host a fete for Mr. Wei, allowing him to return to his youth and fulfill that vow he had never been able to make. Having come all the way to the city, accomplished his lifelong wish, and met the Wisteria Fairy, Mr. Wei has no more regrets in life and peacefully departs this world. Bah. I thought it's going to be light, but well, it is. It I what's the right term? I feel warmth in my heart because of that fucking story. Because a lot of people, when they die, they do have a lot of regrets, and most of them cannot fulfill their last wishes. Good thing that old man has Yingying so that he could pass on peacefully and with and happily. Fulfilling Mr. Wei's dying wish has depleted Yingying's recently recovered chi, causing her to retreat once more into the young Wisteria sapling. Meanwhile, you must provide your superiors with an explanation for the death of the Eastian envoy. This leaves you with no choice but to connect with Yingying through the dreamscape again to interrogate her. We're gonna interrogate her in a dream. That's interesting. Ooh. Pink origami crane. A paper crane folded with pink letter paper by Mr. Wei at the fate, containing the elderly man's final message. In the interrogation room, a flower pot with a wisteria branch planted in it sits on the sinner's seat. That's... I don't know. If I imagine it, it looks weird. The chief is interrogating a freaking plant. The scene before you is completely out of ordinary, but you've already accepted it. Resigned, you water the branch generously, then settle into your chair and gradually drift off to sleep. Damn! This lady is so fine. Yingying has made herself comfortable, curling up in the interrogation room's chair. This place remains an illusion created by the wisteria branch, much like the city she attempted to recreate before. Even this interrogation room is a space Yingying crafted in her own fantasy, tailored to her own taste. In reality, you and Yingying are indeed also in the interrogation room, but just as a wisteria branch and a person fast asleep.
So, in the end, you still have to interrogate me.
Of course. Anyone outsider will think the chief is insane, and the CCTV camera capturing the interrogation, whoever will watch it will have a question mark in their head. Like, what? Chief is dozing off and there's a fucking wisteria plant in the sinner's chair. There's no helping it. Your crimes were too blatant. You broke into the suite of an important diplomat, took the leader of the delegation away without permission, and ultimately caused his death. It also doesn't help that Mr. Wei's status is so special, so I'll need answers. Oh dear. So basically, she kidnapped an envoy and caused his death, and now Chief is in deep waters.
Oh, that girl from Istia? I remember her. She's always trying to take me back. Now, what would you do, sweetheart? Are you feeling so apologetic that you plan to hand me over as compensation?
No way. We should probably just explain ourselves. That's a separate matter, but we do need to have a serious talk. I know you've told me before, but I need to ask you again. You fall silent for a moment. Why?
Because he made a wish to me.
How do we say that to the chief's superior and to the Eastian delegation? Oh dear.
Sweetheart, you might have noticed. When I first met him, I felt a massive surge of mania power. It was all because his wish was so intense that it infected me.
So it wasn't because of the Eastian soil he gave you? What's with that smirk? She pouts. That's her pouting. She's so pretty.
You think I'm some kind of vegetable?
Well, aren't you a plant? Then her gaze softens.
Though the familiar Eastian accent did comfort me, true recovery comes from the spirit, the chi, or the soul of a human. Normally, the power of mortal wishes shouldn't be enough to rouse me, but his wish wasn't a sudden impulse or fleeting desire. It was a devoted longing he'd held onto every minute, every moment for decades, without ceasing.
Ma'am, that grandpa have yearned so much that it even manifested as a mania. That's crazy. Hi, Mori. No, it's fine. It's fine. I managed to kick out the bot.
That's why I was able to move. But there wasn't much time. I had to find him quickly. His yearning was powerful enough to wake me, yet so weak it could barely sustain his own flickering life. On his deathbed, he longed to go back in time, to find his beloved, to fulfill a promise long broken.
What would she say if she heard Macchiato's wish to become a tree? I'm not sure. Maybe she will let her experience becoming a tree in her fate, or maybe becoming the wisteria tree. But the wish wasn't made to you.
Oh, so you've noticed too, sweetheart? He was 119 years old. Back when I was still holding the fate, he was only 5. Way too young to be grabbing a girl's hand and swearing eternal love, right?
Oh, he never forgot his first love from when he was 5 years old. That's crazy. Such fucking dedication.
I'm afraid his memory might be playing tricks on him.
Oh.
Fates like that were quite common back then. Perhaps it was another flower fairy enshrined at some other temple. He was almost 120. At such an age, wealth and status no longer matter. Responsibilities can finally be set aside, and even past wisdom fades away. He could no longer remember when he made his wish, where he wanted to go, or to which deity he prayed.
Oh, so that is not his accurate memory. But Yingying still accepted the wish and made it come true.
He just heard a rumor about some wish-granting flower fairy appearing. Not caring whether it was true, he rushed all the way here just to fulfill a promise he had made. He had even forgotten that his beloved hadn't simply gone astray. She had long passed from this world. That promise was already lost so many years ago.
Man, even though at least before Grandpa was gone, he was happy. Even though that is not really, the entire truth. That's not probably not the real reason why he was attached to that girl. But still, he was happy. That's what matters.
Yet despite everything, he still remembered the one person he longed to see. When he entrusted his final moments to me, everything else in his mind had grown hazy. Yet his memory of Yulan remained crystal clear.
Because he yearned for her for a century. Not really. Yeah, it's for a century.
Perhaps he held on to life for so long just for the chance to see her one last time. While not every wish can come true, the power of a wish can still sometimes create small miracles. So when his wish came true, he could finally find peace and let go. I understand him deeply. Looking at him is like looking at myself.
She lowers her eyes and falls into silence. After the fate, she often unconsciously wears this expression. When the wisteria fairy's bright smile fades, her eyes reveal such profound, heartbreaking loneliness. This look on her always makes you hesitate, but you know you have to ask. What makes you think you're similar? That you both pine for the old Isia? That you both have overcome disasters for your beloved, refusing to forget for decades? Or that those dearest to you are gone and there's nothing left to hold on to? Do you wish to go with them too? She meets your gaze, pondering your words. As she becomes lost in thought, her eyes grow distant.
You're right. I've been wondering too. Why didn't I leave with everyone else back then? Why did I stay behind?
Is it because of the chief's wish?
Staying in a place where I know no one. Can't speak the language, can't adapt to this foreign land. My body constantly ailing. What good has it done? My lifelong wish has already come true. So why can't I pass on peacefully like Mr. Wei did?
Because you're still yearning for something. And that something is the chief. Probably a companion. Someone who is very close. Who's gonna be very close to her. Her voice grows fainter with each word, yet her words fall upon your heart with an ever-increasing weight. The interrogation room falls silent. Breathing grows heavy and labored as your thoughts race wildly through your mind. Every cell in your body feels like it's sinking, and each second stretches on. After what feels like an eternity, you finally force yourself to speak. I want you to be happy. Even though this isn't your homeland, and after a century later, this world isn't as beautiful as before. But as you've seen, it's not all that bad either. I cherish this world deeply, and I want to show you all the endearing parts that make it worth cherishing, just as you once told me. Is she looking at you? You don't know. The weight of your emotions is too heavy to bear, forcing you to bow your head, unable to meet her gaze. Speaking those words has drained every ounce of your strength. But you must tell her. I hope you can move past the pain of your past and find new hope when you look to the future. I hope you can find happiness again. I love Chief so much. I don't want this to become your chain. I don't want to force you to stay in a place that can't make you happy. You are free, Ying Ying. The only thing I wish for is your happiness.
I called you dense before, but you really are completely clueless.
Hey, were we just tricked by her?
I stay because some big clueless idiot kept me from leaving.
Huh? Wait, are you joking around again? I'm being serious here. Do you know how much courage it took me to... Before he can finish, she rises from the interrogation chair with a laugh and closes the distance between you. Her sweet perfume envelopes you like a garden in full bloom.
Are you really made of stone? Or are you just playing coy? Must I spell it all out for you, sweetheart?
The chief is very dense. Yes, please. Spell it out to her.
I might have to dig into you to see what's really in there.
Dig into the chief? She leans in with a smile. bringing her lips to your ear, her voice turning soft and gentle.
Staying alive hasn't been easy for me. It's as hard as the long journey was to Mr. Wei. But I've persevered through it all. For the sake of those who loved me, my neighbors, my family, I've endured countless disasters and endless cycles of suffering, all in the hope of finding peace. But when salvation finally came, I couldn't reach it in time. With nothing else to lean on and everything from my past gone, I thought I had nothing left. But when I turned around, someone was there, holding my hand.
Is it the chief's hand?
Perhaps that was when a new sprout grew in my heart again, and a new wish took root. Would you help make this one come true? I want to always stay by your side.
Ah, yes. Her gaze grows tender, clear, and deep like still waters. Holding hands. Right. Yeah, right. You find yourself at a loss for words. After a long pause, you speak. You're not just playing along to humor me again, are you? She shakes her head without a word, but her eyes shine with such brightness. Her cheeks flush pink as she breaks into a radiant smile, the liveliest you've seen her since your first meeting. It's a very wholesome holding hands. There's a lot of holding hands in this interrogation. Like the sun shining through the storm clouds, all the worry, guilt, reluctance, and sorrow weighing on your heart suddenly vanish as you look at this person who has a painful past and an unclear future. All that comes to mind is that, thank goodness, spring has finally returned to her. Oh! What about Isia then? Do you still want to go back? It's your homeland and the place that could heal you. You're not going back? Don't you miss it? Chief, don't push her away.
Of course I do. I want to see what flowers bloom in that land after the wisteria withered, how people live now, what kind of wishes they make.
Maybe someday we can go to Istia and take all the Istian sinners with us so that they can, go back home.
Mr. Wei mentioned that people are still holding fates even after the disaster. I'd love to go back and see them, but I'll have to take you with me.
Yay!
Otherwise, you'd be worried sick. You wouldn't want to let me go because you're afraid that I might wander off and never return. Right?
Right. I guess I'll need to apply for my annual leave then. Well, I never heard that the chief got... the application for the annual leave got accepted. Maybe this time we'll get to go to Isia as a vacation for reals. Hi, Joke. Welcome. Her smile
Just
grows
as
even
Wisteria
brighter.
needs a tree to survive, I once relied on the illusions of New Year fates. But from now on, I'll rely on you instead, twining myself tightly around you.
Oh dear. She's gonna squeeze the chief type. I don't want to say this. Get off me first, then we'll talk. No. We'll leave her clinging to the chief. I understand. How the fuck is the pedal blowing in the interrogation room? It's inside Yingying's dreamscape. That's why there's pedals. But in the real interrogation room, the chief is actually in front of a fucking wisteria plant. And chief is dozing off. I understand. Without you noticing, she has wrapped herself around your neck. Of course, this isn't all an illusion she created after all.
Since we've agreed I'm not going back to Eastia, I'll just have to depend entirely on you, sweetheart.
Sure! Chief needs to take her pills, I think so.
I can wait for you to get stronger before taking your chi again. But for now, at least give me your heart.
Oh my good
You're a
lord!
rational person, so you rarely make wishes. That's why I can't hear your heart's desires or receive power from your prayers.
Are we going to give her our heart? I don't mind, really. She's such a sweet girl. The one yesterday was much more sinister. She's not gonna eat us. Her purpose in life is just making wishes come true. So she's harmless.
But I want to know your deepest longing.
Wow.
Your wishes, your true self, and your determination. I want to know everything about you.
Then I'll make one now.
Oh, do tell.
I like both, but I'll go for the second one. I hope we can always be together, cause I'm such a Yingying simp.
Always be together. Remember your wish now. Remember me.
Yes, ma'am. A few days later, Yingying met again with the Hengyun Hall delegation from Eastia, led by Wei Ji. Kicking my feet and curling your hair. I know, right? I'm like, oh, she's really wife material. Damn. Ooh, or the Mary is now barking. A few days later, Yingying met again with the Hengyun Hall delegation from Eastia, led by Wei Ji. Thanks to the farewell letter Mr. Wei left in the paper crane, Wei Ji doesn't give Yingying too much trouble and agrees to let Yingying stay in this city for now. They'll also arrange to supply her with soil and water from Eastia through import channels. Damn. Yingying appealing to every demographic. I know, right? She's such a wife. She's I think she's quite similar to Zero, trying to wife up the chief. Hengyun Hall also signs a special aid agreement with this city, agreeing to cover all restoration costs and subsequent compensations for damage caused by the Wisteria calamity and the fate. They also purchased the land closest to Wisteria remains at a high price. Holy shit! They're rich! People from Eastia are freaking rich! They agreed for the restoration costs and the subsequent compensation for damages for the Wisteria disaster. And then they also purchased lands closest to Wisteria remains. Isn't that close to East Side? I bet the prices are quite high. Delighted to have found such a generous benefactor, the city's upper echelons quickly greenlit everything. Hengyun Hall officially establishes their presence in the city, maintaining close contact with Wu Hanzhu, the wandering herbalist from Eastia. Wow. Money talks. Of course, none of this matters right now to the MBCC's chief, who's too busy snoring away in the office. Wuhan is no longer poor. No, she got a regular job now. Okay, the chief is sleeping. On her desk, the Wisteria branch has sprouted new buds. Someone is watching her through the tender leaves. Oh dear. You're a mind reader, sweetheart. You always see through people's smiles and unveil their hidden thoughts. Yet, your own mind is so easily stirred. All it takes is a little Eastern style sweet talk to make you blush. You even forgot to question me thoroughly. Ah! Oh my god, at the end of the day, she's still one of the crazy sinners. Still sleeping. Must be exhausted from work, huh? Yingying's heart aches at the sight. She reaches out, and the gentle breeze caresses Chief's hair in her stead. Then she raises her head, her gaze piercing through the impenetrable walls toward distant horizons. My sorrow isn't from being bound to you, nor am I hiding any desire for liberation. Unease wafts through the city winds as sunlight is slowly distorted. Something stirs in the depths beneath your feet. I know this feeling too well. Even after 100 years, though its form has changed, I still recognize it. Is she talking about the underground? Because she said something below our feet. So I'm assuming it's the underground's movements. That star is lurking near. It's awakening. Oh dear! The perishing star? Or is it the illusory moon? The moon, the star, the star. It's the perishing star, it seems. Ethereal floral vines rise from the ground, gently enveloping Chief's body. When will Path to Nowhere have a PC class? I have no idea. There's no news about that. Yeah, even Kaguri was asking me on Twitter when there will be a PC client. I'm like, I don't know. But I always ask um during what do you call that? Where they collect surveys. I always ask them for a PC client. Ethereal floral vines rise from the ground, gently enveloping Chief's body. From this moment on, even if the river boils and the mountains crumble, even if the entire world turns to dust, I will be here with you. Oh dear. Oh dear. Our soul is bound to this very hot Wisteria fairy. Even if everything has been destroyed, we'll still be with her forever because that is what the chief wished to the Wisteria fairy. Wow. What restores Ying Ying's chi isn't the earth of her homeland, but rather people's yearning for beauty and the power of their prayers. To help Ying Ying recover more quickly, you make a heartfelt wish before the Wisteria fairy. For Ying Ying to get better again and stay by your side forever. You wish for... You chief wish for a yandere. Always has been. Because the chief is sometimes, I don't know, sometimes she's gullible, sometimes she's quite sharp. But this time she got manipulated once again by Ying Ying. And yesterday by Yugu. Damn. If they bring the PC, the game would get like 200 more consumers. I know, right? I wonder why they still haven't released a PC client. I think a lot of people are willing to try the game if it has a PC client. I wonder why. Is it because LD player is working properly? Chief is too down bad right now to pay attention. I know, right? Even me. I wouldn't mind a yandere or backstabbing hot lady like Ying Ying. I'm hopeless. Let's read her profile. Chief dealing with so many sinners that a positive partner is considered a green flag. A possessive partner is considered a green flag. Oh, yeah. But there are a lot of good sinners also, but most of them are just messed up. Oh, her birthday is March 19. It already passed. 163 centimeters. How tall is that? She's quite small. She's only 5'3". She's smaller than me. I don't mind though. Criminal record. Let's see. The Wisteria Fairy, who's lived over 1,000 years, documented in Asian legends. Every new year, she holds a fete to grant blessings, attracting numerous devotees who comes to make wishes. However, rumors also claim the subject is a spirit transformed from a millennium-old wisteria tree that drains people's chi and eventually their lives, and that none who attend her fate ever return alive. The subject is a survivor of the perishing star's fall in NF01. If she is the survivor of the perishing star, don't tell me what the chief said earlier was true. She's the oldest sinner we have. But I don't know how you consider the age of the immortal sinners though. I'm not sure. Who is older, I wonder? Ying or the immortal sinners? Another grandma. She's one hot grandma. The collective dying memories and intense survival instincts of thousands that the fate merged with her, awakening her as a sinner. For a century, whenever the fate reappears, she always sacrifices her power and life energy to appease restless spirits and protect visitors caught within. Oh, she's always helping those who were trapped in her fate, but at the cost of her own life. After a chance encounter with Chief, and thanks to Chief's persistence, the subject, despite being severely corrupted by mania, gained a sliver of hope for revival after the fate subsided. According to her, Chief embodies her purpose and hope for a new life, and she wished to remain by Chief's side forever. Ooh. Oh, immortals were after the perishing star, so she should be older. Okay. She's really the grandma of all sinners. She was an adult when the star fell. Immortals were still children or not even born. That makes sense. I can't believe she's a grandma. The subject can use her ability is, the subject can use wisteria flower staff to manifest a blooming wisteria tree. Its fragrance and branches can dominate the minds of her prey, draining their mental energy and consciousness to serve as nutrients that nourish her power. The older, the better. That's right. In NF01, the perishing star fell, triggering widespread disasters that struck a small town. Beneath the wisteria trees of the sound, the subject endured both mania contamination and physical devastation from the calamity. Overwhelmed by the power of the townspeople's wishes, she awakened her special power, becoming a sinner and shouldering the survival desires of the entire town. From then on, she sustained her power and illusions by absorbing the chi and consciousness of the living. Are you telling me her body is severely corrupted? But where is her real body? Who is your normal sinner? Wait. We'll check it out after I read through her files. Corruption state. Severely corrupted. Her physical body remains inseparable from the mania contaminants. Oh dear. Her body is still inside the tree. Oh my god. She just transfers her soul to that sapling that is inside the chief's office, right? Oh dear. It would have been very cool if we could see her with the mask and the corruption what's this corruption appearance similar to the immortal sinners. That would be really cool. Arrest records. After the Wisteria Mania was defeated, the century-old fate illusion was dispelled. The sinner's physical body, having suffered severe corruption, could not be detached from the mania remains. Oh dear. After days of continuous searching, she finally was able to connect with her spiritually through a new sprout at the bottom of the ruins. Ah, there you go. Her body is still stuck in the freaking tree. The subject's recovery has seen little slow progress, requiring generous chi transfers from Chief to maintain minimal improvement. Upon realizing this process would seriously endanger Chief's health, the subject has become very reluctant to consider her own revival, refusing further spiritual contact with Chief. Recently, an Isian delegation has visited the Bureau, claiming to be descendants from the subject's hometown, and having learned of her stalled recovery, they propose to bring her back to her origin to facilitate her recuperation. After thorough verification, it's confirmed that the delegation members have deep historical connections to the original location of the Wisteria fate. The delegation has demonstrated their sincerity and offered multiple guarantees for the subject's well-being. Their proposal is currently being carefully considered. I like these summaries. It makes things in the interrogation very clear. Of her own volition, the subject has declined the Isian's proposal to bring her back to her homeland, choosing instead to remain in this city under Chief and the Bureau's care. Currently, the Bureau has already agreed to provide the Isian representatives with regular remote communication and convenient visitation channels, ensuring unobstructed contact between two sides. That's good. The Isian in this city relationship is finally warming. During the early days of detention, due to her extreme fragile condition, constant supervision was required. However, records indicated that the staff responsible for her care were significantly more likely to be late the next day. Is she? So the chief tasked her staff to do the taking care of the sapling, and it seems like Yingying is absorbing their chi. That's why they're late the next day. When questioned, the staff all claimed the cause was unknown, merely stating it was hard to get out of bed due to the pleasant dreams they recently experienced. Upon learning of the situation, Chief decided to personally take care of her in order not to jeopardize the Bureau's attendance rates. Wait, it feels like she did all that so that instead of the staff taking care of her, Chief it will be the one to take care of her. She is quite possessive. Oh dear, oh dear. So let's see, who do you think are the what was the question? The most normal sinner? I'm looking at the list. It feels like the nicest sinners are the immortal sinners for me. They don't try to harm the chief at all. I think Sumire is... I guess her kind of obsession is normal. You know, like, for example, you like a person, you get obsessed with them. It's kind of normal when when you compare it to other sinners, I think. Irene, she's fucked up. Raven, questionable. I think Hecate is Hecate normal? I think she's turning into a normal girl. It's still in the works though. Hela is such a good daughter. Yan Yan is adorable. Sumire has the most normal love towards the chief. Exactly. She's also obsessed with the chief, but I don't find it scary. Unlike other sinners. Yan Yan is also, I think, quite normal. and Sizzle. Jane, I'm not sure because I haven't read her interrogation. Rahu, definitely quite obsessed with with Shalom, I think, and revenge. Angel is such a wife, but a sloppy wife. You can't hear the voice that much, really. Maybe I should lower this one. Is it really? You can't hear it. But the setting seems to be. The setting is okay, I think. Otherwise, I might blow your eardrums. Imagine you're a criminal and just because you got some fancy power, you're locked up with the worst of the worst, the cream of the crop. How is that? Is that better? But I think that's already too loud when I listen to the stream. Let's see, who is normal? I think Angel is quite normal, although she's quite sloppy. She's a sloppy wife. Owo is a kid. Bayi, she's a scammer. Corinne, I haven't read her interrogation. Donald seems to be aight, I think. Garofano is a depressed widower. What else? Dove is messed up in the head. Chelsea, another messed up lady because of her upbringing. B-tier sinners is pretty normal. Oh, let's see, who are the B-tier? Not this one. I think there are some messed up B tiers also. Oh, yeah. Macchiato ain't normal. Shalom is the nicest of them all. But there's something wrong with her health, with her head also, I think. Macchiato ain't normal. I'm not sure about the others. Because I haven't read their interrogation. Hella is also okay. Kelvin is also okay. Oh, I think generally the B rank sinners are quite normal. Is B tier sinners like petty crimes according to MBCC? It's more like B tier. Their powers are not stronger. So they did not manage to turn something or maybe use their powers into something more harmful. That's why they're considered B tier. Yeah, less mania corruption. Exactly. Look at Pepper. Let's see her power. Her ability is relentless determination. Is that even an ability? Ability, a special power with no significant supernatural performance, but mainly to enhance physical qualities. The circular weeding saw can be enhanced by the special power. See, pretty normal. She can just enhance things. That's why they are B tier, because they don't really have a powerful mania power. But what is her crime? Pepper is a super hardcore criminal. She invaded Paradise, so she did. What is her criminal record? Disregarding the city's regulation and use her powers to break into high-end residential areas without a permit, causing disorder, unrest, and property damage. Basically, petty crimes. Let's see some A ranks. How about Sean? Her ability is affection manipulation. What is her crime? The subject, a local East Sider, was once a moderately famous voice actor and participated in related auditions and entertainment shows. Following a scandal about her harassment of her colleague, she's disappeared from public view but continues running her frauds on the internet, posing a significant threat to society. Detention is recommended. Wait, wait. This sounds like a petty crime. Why is she detained? Finally, a night late stream. I'm about to end stream. Invading Paradisos just for checking their crops. I see. By transmitting sound waves through the device, she can seize affection from specific individuals. I guess that's dangerous. That's why she is A rank. Because she can make anyone love her. Unlike the B rank, petty or weak powers. So cyberbullying, not really. How should I describe it? She's not bullying anyone online. She's making how should I say this? She got arrested because she was spam calling Chief. That's right. You know what? We should read her interrogations. How should I describe her crimes? I mean her power. What's the right term for that? She has these pick up lines and try to pick up people from the internet. But she likes the chief so much that she kept on calling her and even managed to somehow make different accounts and then follow the chief in SNS, something like that. It's crazy. Sean's power is actually dangerous, but I wouldn't mind. Yeah, especially with voice like this. Persuasive language. I guess that, yeah. She's persuasive.
Before you take me to the bureau, give me one more minute to reply to the last 3 messages. These people love me. If they don't get my responses, they will be sad.
She plays with people's hearts. Girl could be free right now, but she had to get obsessed. I know, right? Let's see, 4 more. Her power is mania-infected data. See, it sounds more sinister. Also, one of the crazy hot ladies again. Her criminal record, a core member of the Nirvana Cybersecurity Center. She possesses excellent network-related skills and knowledge and was among the first to issue warnings about the dark web. Since the Grey Mirror incident, she has been involved and provides technical support for the NBC's dark web investigations. They did not include that she's from underground. They did not include it here, probably to avoid spoilers. She's from underground. The subject's special power doesn't have obvious physical signs, but investigation shows that her intelligence and information processing capabilities have been significantly enhanced by Mania. With the subject's technical skills and special equipment, she can create a unique digitalized Mania-based physical firewall, providing complete defense against most known attack methods. So basically, she's a there's a supercomputer in her brain. Her mega badonkers distract us from seeing the underground mark. I know, right? That is distracting, alright. And she looked like a kind Onesan, but apparently not. She's an apathetic bitch. But she's hot. She's hot. Anyway, we should read more interrogation in the future. Just let me know what interrogations you guys are interested in reading. I got lots that I haven't read yet. So B tier ability that can harm people. A tier ability can harm a lot or affect people. S tier is pretty loose. It ranges from oh the sinner can affect city or holy fuck it's literally a demigod. Exactly. Yes. The Badonka store extra data. That's true. Right. I have done my duty, my dailies, and my duty here in the half anniversary of Path to Nowhere. I streamed a lot. Thank you, Path to Nowhere. Nikkei time. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's Nikkei half anniversary time, and tomorrow I will stream. Not today though. Tomorrow for the anniversary stream of Nikkei. It's Nikkei's time to shine. But I gotta remind you guys, I am going on a trip on this coming Friday. Okay, I'll be back on the 30th. But I will stream the first part of the event. New Nikkei chapter will be next week. Okay. It was worth it staying awake. Okay. Cheatery will die. No. Rare cheatery schedule. Yes. Rare cheatery schedule. Don't say that. Don't say that. Well, I'm not afraid of planes, but I'm aight. Anyway. Back pain gonna be crazy. I know, right? Do post Nikkei gameplay while you're traveling. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, I'll do that. That's a great idea. Ah, okay. I'll do that. It's like a date with my, for example, sinners and my favorite Nikkeis. Interesting. Anyway, Otsu, cheatery. I'm gonna go lie down before making dinner. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Uh, I will come back home maybe early. I got whole day of work. So stream might be I'll try to stream as early as I can, but I will probably back home at 7 and then I need to eat dinner and do some chores. I'm not sure. I'll try my best to stream early. Definitely late night. I'll try my best not to be late night, okay? It's worth it. Definitely. Having a date with your 2D girlfriend, definitely worth it. Anyway, Otsu, cheatery. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Eyes turn red. An omen of land subsidence. I'll show up with this story tomorrow after I paint some pig blood on the stone lion tonight.